Hello, and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of February 8th, 2017. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
So this week we've got some more little bits of news trickling in here and there with movie stuff. We have an interesting Kickstarter, and we also have Till All Are One, number 7 this week. So we will start with, over the past week, as some people who pay attention to these sorts of things know, there was some sort of football event of some kind. I don't know, nobody in my city pays attention to anything that's not, no one in my city pays attention to anything that's not college football. So, seriously, it's nobody in my city cares about the Super Bowl. It's kind of funny. But for some reason, there was some sort of adorable little mini Dinobot thing that they did. Which was mostly just this guy who's apparently on, E-Television's Sports Soup show, doing some little thing talking about a very cute little set of Dinobots. So, if you haven't seen it, I would recommend looking it up because it's cute, even if it is just sort of, I don't know, it kind of looked like stock, their stock CG stuff, but
pointless fluff kind of.
They're very cute, almost Pokemon startery.
Yeah, I was thinking Pokemon, Pokemon proportions, because they're essentially like the movie designed Dinobots with bigger heads and bigger eyes and little stumpier legs. But very Pokemon.
And one of them has an Autobot dog tag piercing.
For some reason. Yeah, I don't, that was cute though. Yeah, there was sort of a little bit of, everybody's favorite Autobots slag. What is it like? Strafe is what they call the swoopy one now.
Yeah, and now he's got.
The other one is Slug.
One head again.
Slug, right.
Strafe in the movie had 2 heads, which was bizarre. So
this does, also I really, that just reminds me of, the Age of Extinction toy set, that was classic version of whatever, and it had the current Strafe toy and then an old Swoop toy, but then the picture on the side was Technobot Strafe's box art. Someone just did a Google search or something. But as a fan of the Technobots, I appreciated that. I don't know why I think I just have trouble remembering Slug because it's, another Dinobot-y sounding name, except it's not an actual Dinobot name, and it was hard enough remembering them in the first place. All of them except Swoop and Grimlock, because they're obvious. So are there going to be little baby Dinobots in the movie that we know of?
I'm sure there's going to be merchandise of these characters at the very least, but in the trailers we have seen tiny swarms of Dinobot-y things, so.
This sounds adorable.
And in the most recent trailer we see Grimlock popping up out of a highway on fire and collapsing on his side. So maybe the mini Dinobots are like the Shriekers from Tremors 2. They just pop out of dead Dinobots.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like it. So, but I guess, if they're going to have a cutesy merchandisey characters, I would take them over Squeaks or Wheelie.
Yeah.
Or any of the others.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I might get a little plush Grimlock. If it was actually plush and not that sort of printed nylon-y stuff. So in other strange Transformers merchandise, apparently there is a Kickstarter for an Optimus Prime cell phone. Now, I'm looking at this, what degree of legitimate is this?
It's an official collaboration between Takara Tomy and the company that designed this cell phone all the way back in 2003. It was apparently a very popular designer model, and you could kind of compare it to the popularity of the Motorola Razr, except this was also a backlash against flip phones.
So this was like the bar phone, supposed to redefine the bar phones. I'm sure this is, like, really awesome if you're Japanese then.
Japanese or an industrial design fan, because the industrial designer who made it is kind of well known.
Yeah, the design of it is kind of
that too.
The name of the phone design is the Info Bar. You might have picked that up from some of the text on the pages. Apparently this was a Kickstarted thing. It's like 50 for one or 150 if you want all three.
Oh.
And then they don't function as actual phones. The buttons feel like the original buttons, but they don't press or anything.
Oh.
But you can pair it with your phone, and a little LED on the side will light up if you're getting a call.
Oh, that's so. Wait, so
it's cute.
It looks as much like a phone that it's got working buttons, which is kind of neat, and it works as a pager.
Yep.
Okay. Well, at least it does something.
So I guess they got the license and then had to Kickstarter the actual production. But yeah, there's an Optimus Prime and a Bumblebee and a Megatron one planned, and I would say, as a non-industrial designer, I would put the Optimus Prime pen maybe like one above these.
Yeah.
But
I'd put the pen below because the pen doesn't seem practical for holding in your hand to me.
I suppose these are inherently practical for holding in your hand in one mode, because that is what candy bar phones were designed for. So, yes, I mean, I assume this was a Japanese company doing this, because obviously it was a Japanese company doing this. Presumably then we're going to anyone who wants them here is going to have to import them.
I'd assume so, and it seems like that's going to be even more difficult because it seems like I'm not sure if they're going to do a retail release of this. From as much of the story as I could translate, it appears to, like, the pricing I've listed on the website was the special Kickstarter pricing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it did successfully it backed 16 times its original asking goal.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
I didn't even realize that Japan was using Kickstarter that much. Huh.
I would say I would probably put these above both the sneakers and the ball cap.
Yes.
You remember those?
Yeah, there have been so many weird things.
I don't remember the ball cap. I definitely remember the sneakers.
Yeah, the sneakers were like why would you have an Optimus Prime and Megatron as sneakers that transform? It's just, why?
Reasons. And then why would you do a white redeco as Ultra Magnus?
Because you always do that.
Because it's required, it's in the contract.
Yes.
So yeah, that's an odd little thing. And I will mention too that there is now, go ahead.
Two more fun things. One, the name of the designer who designed the phone these are based on is Naoto Fukasawa, who also has some works in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. And also, the Optimus Prime color scheme was actually one of the decos that the phone was released under originally, by happy coincidence. So they aren't just bullshitting to get an Optimus Prime color scheme.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
It was inspired by a carp.
Oh, a fish.
Oh, like a pattern of scales. Huh.
That's cool, though. They're very pretty. So there was also, speaking of very pretty things, there is an extended trailer for The Last Night, that I guess aired with the Super Bowl. I don't know. There was some sports thing that happened. All I know is I came in like at the very end, and I guess the Russians had hacked the umpires or something, and suddenly the Patriots were doing really well. That's all I know. They thought the Falcons were gonna win. Well, it was really uncomfortably metaphorical.
Flipped by a few times, and the last time I looked at the score was like 28-9, and the Patriots had the 9, and it's like, well, that game's over. Apparently not.
Yeah, it was really, the entire game was a really uncomfortable political metaphor. So, yeah, that was a thing. And apparently, Hasbro is doing really well. They announced, they did a little press release, said they are making lots of money. So that's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Apparently,
Continue
stealing all the
that.
Disney princess business from Mattel is good business for Hasbro. Who would have expected?
Who would have imagined? Yeah. They've got some cute stuff there, too. They've got Amy Mutterson doing some of the art design on some of them, and they are really adorable little princess things. So, yeah, that's pretty much the news.
Yeah.
It's not been an exciting week, except for there being some sort of superb owl going on.
Was there anything new in the trailer? I watched it a couple times and I don't quite remember. It's just Optimus's eyes turn purple. Oh, he's evil. What a surprise.
And seems to be asking for forgiveness?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's Dark Awakening!
And there's that giant cock-teasing Unicron horn coming up out of the earth, which is like, no, it can't be Unicron.
And they destroy the crash landing site from Dark of the Moon?
Yeah. But
yes.
Something like a giant Independence Day sequel spaceship hand thing. I don't know.
Man. Dark Awakening messed me up as a kid. I just want to put that out there.
At this point, I'm not sure why these are live action anymore.
Kinda?
Yeah, they're kinda not. They're kinda just, because you gotta market it that way.
Yeah.
I guess you can't although it's getting to the point where you could send out a CGI Optimus Prime. Hell, Peter Cullen went on the Letterman and did a top 10 list.
Yeah, yeah, having a CGI guest isn't that weird. It happened on the Colbert Report with Smaug. Smaug.
So we have a new comic. Yes, we have a new comic this week. We've got Till All Are One. By Margaret Scott, Sarah Pitre de Rocher, and Joanna Lafuente. Yay. So, thoughts? Opinions?
This comic is kind of nothing but the twist at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of like a fun action sequence leading up to it.
Yeah, like, it was interesting, but like, yeah, as soon as I got to the last page, everything else in my head of this issue kind of left. Even the part where Stricka was so awesome, she stopped Devastator's punch by catching it.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing, though. That's pretty amazing.
There's so much running down hallways that it's basically a Doctor Who episode.
I was thinking it's basically a heist. It's a heist story.
Well, yeah, it's set up as a heist story, but like half the issue is like corridor traversing.
Yeah, there's some traversing of corridors, but you even get the moment of like, Light Bright having the Windblade disguise thing, and them sneaking in by riding the debris from the ship. It was very heisty, but actually I think the twist is probably going to be something more interesting than just them finding out that Carcer is basically dead. Cause it seems like there's something else in there.
Yep.
So, good job with that.
I had to look this up too.
So did I, cause apparently the name of that's revealed, it's not Carcer, it's Vigilum. Something Latin that was revealed in one of the Revolution comics I didn't read.
Oh.
It was the Till All Are One tie-in comic, which, for some reason, revealed that Vigilem was the name of the Titan that was that was commanded by Liege Maximo.
What?
Yes.
What?
Speaking of what, please explain Liege Maximo to me.
Okay, Liege Maximo, came about in the Generation 2 comics. Are you familiar with the whole, unaligned Cybertronian thing from the Generation 2 comics?
Somewhat.
It's actually sort of similar to what's going on with the IDW stuff, where you had groups that had left before, in the early days of the war. In this case, it was, the bulk of the population. They did not spread out. It was just one group who basically all went off and became essentially Decepticons. They all went off and became what the Galactic Council from the Lost Light imagines all Cybertronians to be, and just, conquered things. They cyber-formed planets and were just this, unstoppable force, which then, the Autobots and Decepticons ran into. And the Liege Maximo was sort of, I don't even want to say leader/progenitor, maybe? He is occasionally, brought in as, he's occasionally used as, one of the 13, or, he's often used as a, mythical big bad. But yeah, he's not cool. Except he is cool because he's from G2, but he's not cool to, actually have in your universe. Other than reading about fictionally. So, yeah, okay, I figured I was just going off, root words. That, Vigilance will be some sort of guardian sort of thing. I did not actually look it up, so that is... Damn, Liege Maximo.
Yes.
So yeah, he is the origin of all white and teal Transformers. The granddaddy of white and teal Transformers. And yeah, he's a big, galaxy conquering pre-war Transformer. Occasionally, like I said, one of the 13.
And now his former ride, giant robot transport, is about to wake up on Cybertron.
Yeah, so I will say that definitely explains, not explains, but it ties in with how warlike Elita One's group are. How they're very, very militant, and very, dark. Grim dark. They're actually from the Warhammer 40k feature. from the Grim Dark.
They're not that bad. They're not covered in skulls. They're just a little bit darker than Beast Machine's Vehicons.
Yes.
And it explains the name Carcer kinda too.
Yeah.
It does?
So, what's your take on that?
Because the Titan is incarcerated in its own alternate mode and is being kept prisoner by Elita One and her people. But they don't like to, lead with, oh, this is Liege Maximo's captured and imprisoned Titan.
Yeah, that's a thing too. That's a way to pick it with it. I was never really certain if it was originated with incarceration or carcinogen, which would sort of tie in with it being sort of sick and dying. But yeah, it sounds like it's probably the first one that maybe has to do with it being incarcerated. So yeah, I guess then the twist would not be that it's brain dead, but that it's sort of And
No,
then maybe...
that it's not brain dead. It's brain dangerous.
Yes, it's brain dangerous. It does make me wonder about the thing that One Blade did with Metroplex, whether that's what they did to him. And, being that I have to dissect narratives, I wonder if maybe that was introduced so that you would then see the concept before it was brought in here.
Oh wait, is there a distance shot? Is his brain connected? Crap, there is...
Yeah.
There's some cords she plugs into herself, but is
Poor
there
Metroplex.
a shot of it just by itself? Not really.
It's so sad and confused.
Yeah.
If they had gone with the sick and dying route, I maybe would have preferred the name Cancer, but then it would have to be a Titan that turns into a giant robot crab.
Well,
Yes.
that's kind of what I figured the name was all
And
along.
also,
I figured it was
a
just...
small child.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking it was just
The
cancer
head that turns into a small child.
that was turned into a car. Carcer.
Man, that's the worst play on words I think I've heard in a long time.
It gets worse. If another option they could have gone if they wanted to do the cancerous decaying route is they could have done Carson to be more carcinogenic, and then it would also have to do a routine where it puts on a turban and makes predictions.
Damn it. Why? Why do you do this to me?
Because somebody's gotta open up all those jars sealed on Funkin' Wagnall's front porch.
Wow, these jokes are going to go over so many people's heads. We're old.
I was going to say, will any of our audience get this? Hell, I'm too young to get this.
Yeah, technically we're pretty much all too... Well,
I'm just on the edge myself, so... But yeah, I am finding that I enjoy a good heist story lately.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that whole aspect of it, and I think it's real interesting to see what's gonna happen, and I like, we've been over on Stasis Pod, we just finished up Beast Machine, so it's fun seeing, badass military Strika and Obsidian. Also, Obsidian was totally taken down by having one of his shoulder, the rotating things.
his rotor blades just ripped off, yeah.
Why is my head not working?
A little tiny Micromaster. Although I'm still bothered by the fact
by his propellers, by having his shoulder propellers ripped off.
It's Obsidian drawn with his toy head, not his actual animation head. So he kind of looks stupid every time I stare at his face. Looks like a duck face.
Yeah, I suppose there's that. That is a thing.
It bothers me.
But yeah, I think it bothers you. Also, I saw something on Twitter that Sarah posted about finally getting to draw Metal Hawk. So, she finally got to draw Metal Hawk in a flashback to him getting killed. And by killed, I mean murdered.
Oh yeah, that Starscream introspection stuff did happen.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes.
that was the beginning of the issue. Still talking to his little ghost buddy, Bumblebee, or whatever the hell. His consciousness? Dimension shifted Bumblebee?
Conscience?
Whatever. That's the word.
Maybe.
Honestly, I think he's just an
Maybe
embodiment of Starscream's conscience and better nature.
Yeah, possibly.
What? It's so, the concept of having one is so foreign to him that he has to project it as like some other person.
Yeah, to the point that now he's actually talking out loud to the intangible Bumblebee while other people are standing right next to him, giving him weird looks.
And Ares is
Yeah,
like,
it seems like that's leading to something.
what?
Yes.
Like them deciding he's a nutcase.
Yeah.
I mean, normally that role would be filled by Slipstream and Animated, coming soon to a podcast near you.
Huh?
Yay! Yep, we're gonna be moving on to that soon. So she doesn't show up for quite some time.
That's gonna be
Alas.
season and a half.
And doesn't get a name on the show.
Also, alas.
Yeah,
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. Honestly, I think at this point it's just like, if I'm not going to enjoy it, I don't bother reading it and we don't bother talking about it.
Yeah.
So, we're really more of a discussion than a review.
I mean, we have to put a number at the end for it to be a review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was nice seeing Tigatron fight in Tiger mode.
Yes.
Yes. And he said, "Rah." I know because I have the page open and him talking about honor. He's gotta talk about honor.
Although it's weird why he has 3 toes and a thumb in his beast mode hands. Why?
I don't know, because thumbs are useful.
But in a beast mode?
Why would you get rid of a perfectly good thumb?
Well, because cats do have thumbs. He got rid of a finger. It's weird.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with that. I would definitely say at this point I'm, looking, maybe not in an individual character moments level, but I'm definitely liking the stuff going on here at about a Lost Light level at this point, so. It's good.
Yep. Definitely enjoying riding this out and seeing where it's all going.
Yes.
Although, I do have to do the, comic book fan nitpick of one of the, incentive covers appears to be something from the issue and totally isn't. The incentive cover I really liked that was the, mugshot of Chromia.
Oh, Chromia.
Oh, yeah.
Aw, poor Chromia. Yeah, she's not in this one at all. That's kind of sad, but I'm also looking forward to seeing where that goes. Because I can't imagine they're just gonna forget about her. I mean, there was the bit with her seeing Ironhide, off to what he was doing. So yeah, I think it's just that bigger things are going on right now for her plot to really have enough importance.
Too many things are exploding to do the, Law and Order character beats right now.
Yes. Exactly. Alright, so I think that is about it for this week.
Yep.
So next week we will be back for whatever occurs between now and next week. Do we have comics next week? I don't know. I never know.
Haven't we had 3 in a row? I think.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the information now.
Maybe we'll have an off week.
I believe it is indeed an off week next week. Unless we want to review the My Little Pony 2017 annual.
We could.
No.
Or Dirk Gently, the Salmon of Doubt number 5.
Ooh. Oh, there's a Dirk Gently comic?
Interesting.
Oh.
Salmon of Doubt. It used to drive me crazy when I worked at a bookstore, like my first bookstore job, and I'd look in the catalogs and it was always mentioned but never actually coming out.
Well, I think it actually did eventually come out, but it was never finished because he died. Well, he never actually finished it, and then he died.
It was a title that they used for a collection of essays, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, it was,
whether it was originally supposed to be a collection of essays or not, I'm not sure.
I believe it was the material he had started on what might or might not have actually wound up being a Dirk Gently novel, or might have just had a lot of it thrown out and have the ideas reincorporated into something Hitchhikers or something Dirk Gently or something completely different. And then to make it so there was enough of a book to be worth publishing, they also included a lengthy foreword by Stephen Fry and published essays Douglas Adams had written that were not in print anywhere prominent.
Yeah. And so those of us who had been aware of that title for years and years, just seeing it in bookstore listings as a undefined future release, at least it was something. All right, so I think that is it for this week for us.
Yep.
Call it a night, and until next week, this is Jen.
And Alex.
And David.
Good night.
Time to go body check the laundry room door again.
Body check?
Time to go body check some Nightborn.